Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show for you today. Big Brad, what's up, baby? How we doing?
Doing great, AB. Here on a Monday. Difficult for my sport in the next couple of days, but tonight's Monday Night Football. So in America, it is like a national holiday.
Well, it usually is. It scares me, though, because, bro, look at this. I have got to tell you, this weekend, all right, I'm sure everybody, like we saw some people had great weekends. I got absolutely demolished this weekend. I cannot explain to you, Brad, how much money I have lost this weekend. It has kicked me in the teeth, bro, with steel toe boots from both feet. Oh, look at this. Soak it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 5. Thank God for Mahomes throwing a pick, even though I feel terrible that the man got hurt. But woof. All right. So if anybody out there has been taking it in the NFL, you ain't the only one. I'm right there with you. Now, the good news, though, is that our man Brad, and dang it, I don't know where it is on the slides, but you crushed it on both goal scores this weekend. All right. I had it right here. I don't know what happened to the damn slide. I'm sorry. All right. I wanted to show off that you had both goal scoring wins, and I don't know why it's not showing up. So apologies. All right. Holland scored. Just explain it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, both of our goal scorers got it done in the first half, AB. You like that. Kylian Mbappe came out, scored the first goal like he always does. Beautiful finish. And Sterling Erling got there as well. Who doesn't love a double pack for the crew? And that's 24 out of our last 33 goal scores that we've won with 2 pushes. So it's, if you take away the pushes, that's 80% of our last 31.
Amazing, man. Amazing. And again, I don't know why the slide won't load of showing off what you had, but we had it, and great job. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, anyways, all right. I'm going to get past that before it drives me absolutely insane. All right. Let's jump into it. Now, Howie Schwab, crew play of the day. Where are you going? All right. So, I've got to say this too. Dolphins at the Steelers. Dolphins +3, Steelers -3. Over 42.5 or under 42.5. Now, I've got to say this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. You are betting on slop in the NFL. Understand that. What you're going to get tonight is slop. So let's be careful going into it. And I'm just calling out what it is, because there was so much slop in the NFL over this past week, over the past 2 weeks. Just terrible, terrible football that's being played right now. So it is what it is. I'm not saying anything against the Dolphins. I'm not saying against the Steelers. But the Dolphins at the Steelers in 8 degrees, understand what we're betting on going into this game. You know what I mean? So, anyways, we'll jump into it. Any thoughts that you have? Tua, who apparently just gives up in life when the temperature gets 32 degrees, okay? When it goes 1 below, he apparently just stops functioning as a human being. So, and has done that every time. Like, what do you do? What do you bet on? You know what I mean? What do you think?
Well, until you just said that, I was thinking maybe popping that over, because Dolphins matches, they usually just, they have opportunities to hit the over more so, kind of like a Rams, a Lions type of team. The defense doesn't always shut people down, and the offense can put up points, and they can do it quickly. So I kind of lean the over, even though it's prime time.
Yeah, look, and what you just broke down. Look, the Dolphins are playing great football right now, but I'm telling, Blade is absolutely correct. Tua does not play well, or like he doesn't function as a human being. When it, I don't know what it is, but when it goes from 32 degrees, all right, Fahrenheit to 31. This human being can't walk. He can't speak to people. He can't hand off. He can't do anything. And I know that it sounds like I'm being a jerk. I'm not. Like, bro, what? It's cold. We're gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, go ahead.
He sounds like me, AB. That's why I live in the South. When it gets below 32, I get outside and I cannot function. I mean, he's from The island or Hawaii.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm just not built for it.
I get it, but it's the NFL. Gonna have to get over this. Okay? We don't get to act like kids our whole lives. Gonna have to get over it. You know, across the weekend, they played in Chicago. It felt like -6. Okay? 32 isn't that bad of an ask, pal. All right? Sorry. You're gonna have to grow up or whatever it is. I don't know. Look, I'm mad because look, I'm tired of watching these NFL games. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm getting really tired of watching. It
Yeah,
makes no sense.
just bet points against the Titans, and your life is going to be easy.
Yeah. Did you watch the game last night? The
Oh,
Vikings and the Cowboys?
oh no, I was sound asleep. But yeah,
It started off with JJ McCarthy throwing a pick. Like, I mean, immediately. And the Cowboys go and score a touchdown. You're thinking, it is over. Nope. Vikings won the 34-26. Like, just,
I hadn't actually looked at the score yet. AB, I've been so in, just like in and out to daycare, back, and all the soccer stuff.
yeah.
Holy crap! What did JJ McCarthy look like? Prime Tom Brady or something?
I'm telling you, it makes no sense. The NFL is crazy. It's look, what do we do with the Bucks? Okay, they just keep losing to bad teams at home. David said, AB, the NFL makes me sick. I agree. No defense is lack of effort. It is, man. Like, look, and I'm not making this a complaint fest, but like, I'm just telling you, you are betting on slop out here. It is not a good product this year. The NFL, this is one of the most all over the board seasons I've ever seen. Anyways, let's jump. I don't want to make this like that was not like complaining, but if you're out here as a new bettor, like this is your first NFL season, I'm telling you, it's it's all over the place. Just keep your chin up, man. It's all over. All right. Speaking of that, let's get excited. All right, let's jump into the picks, man. Because look, I got to get out of a slump, bro, and you just got to keep like crushing. You're smashing it. All right, let's go. All right, Brad, talk to me. What do we got?
We're going to Israel, the Israeli Premier League, or it might say another name on your book, the Ligat Alal. So, if it's that, it's the same thing. It's the Premier League, the top flight. This is a top team, Maccabi Tel Aviv. Shout out my buddy Aaron Schoenfeld I played with, who played for Maccabi Tel Aviv, taking on Maccabi Petah Tikva. We're looking for the over 3. So 3 goals pushes us, but 4 goals gives us that full cash. And this top team, Maccabi Tel Aviv, they're doing this over 2.5 in 75% of their matches in the league. They are a top performer, a top scoring team, but they also have been letting it in the back door, conceding way, way more frequently than they ever have in years past. So they're hitting these totals quite frequently, and they're against a team who likes to do this specifically when they're away from home. So it's a nice home away advantage split in this scenario as well. They played earlier in the season. Maccabi Tel Aviv had 4 goals in the second half to hit this total. So, not only can they do that regularly, which it shows in theirs, but they've done it against this team. And when both teams hit over 2.5 goals, they trend the 4 and 75 and 100% of their matches this season. So we like goals in the Israeli Premier League, and that's at 12 p.m. Central Time. Maccabi Tel Aviv taking on Maccabi Petah Tikva, the over 3 Asian total at -125.
Beautiful work, my friend. Beautiful work. Great job. Great job. All right. So I saw in the chat a lot of people talking about taking 2 to throw a pick. 100%. Okay. Now we're going to talk about this game. Okay. Again, Dolphins at the Steelers. And 22 degrees temperature. Randomly said. AB, what is up? What is the over under on yellow snow on the field? Hey, start playing Renegade. All right. Anyway, so Yeah. All right. At the bottom, we're taking Tua to throw a pick. We're just going to start with that. But we got the Dolphins plus 2.5. Now, I've been wrong on everything else in the NFL this week. So, look, I'm in a baseball slump right now. All right. So I got to take this thing back to the basics. All right. Choke and poke. Just get on base. Bat on the ball. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about football. Baseball is an analogy. That's where my head is at right now. Now, I've said that the NFL has been tough, and it has been. But I just said Tua, no excuses. AB, same deal, baby. No excuses. Come on. Talk to me.
Allen, everybody on the team's got to be accountable. That's what losers do. So get together.
Thanks, Burry. Appreciate that. Needed that. All right. Dolphins, 2.5. I think they get the job done. Or at least covered. Now, here's the thing. To show you how much of an idiot that I am and have been this week. Well, the Dolphins, you can now get them at like 3 or 3.5. So, look, I have screwed you all this week in the NFL. I apologize. Brad, side note, I don't love, but anytime that like somebody new comes to the show when you're having awful picks, you think about it, you're like, I bet these people are like, what in the heck? I am not watching this show ever again. I always think about that when it's a bad week and somebody's saying, don't ever watch that.
Yeah, I think I missed the first 3 picks on this show, and I was like, well, I might as well just hang it up. I'm done.
Just never come back. Such as betting. And look, if you're out there and you have a bad day, a bad week, I'm not like taking it easy on myself. I'm certainly not doing that. But don't ride yourself too hard. It's tough. It's tough roads out here, I assure you. All right. Dolphins plus 2.5. Okay. It's 22 degrees. Playing with fire or ice here with Tua. Jalen Warren, Steelers running back. The most basic bet that we can have that the Steelers starting running back is going to get a touchdown. Okay. In a game that is not a high total, 42.5. It doesn't get more Steeler than this, baby. All right. And we're going to mix in some NBA. Give me that Klay Thompson. Over 2.5 threes of the Dallas Mavericks minus a 105. And then, Tua Tagovailoa, 1+ interception, minus 105. Justin said, AB, you should start tallying the season bet records daily. Make sure the new viewers see that a bad day. Don't be squat around here. It's a marathon, not a race. That's a great call. No doubt, Justin. That's a good call for sure. All right. So, okay. Yeah. All right. So those are the 4 that we have. Now, we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I keep talking with my hands. I don't know why I keep doing that. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central to break down the game tonight. Now, speaking of it, so here's what we got, man. Steelers minus 3. Total of 42.5. Zach said 2 hours southwest of Pittsburgh, currently 9, feels like minus 2. Too cold for the Dolphins tonight. That's the problem. Here's the other thing. If there were ever a time the Dolphins to break out of that funk, I think this is it. I'm not saying that it happens. But, I mean, how many times have we been here before and had the same conversation? Okay. So what I'm getting at is that internally in the Dolphins organization, they've already fired the GM. Now the head coach, he's still there to the end of the year, but we don't know. But let me say this. If there's any hope at all of keeping your job, everyone is watching tonight. Because if you go out and do that same mess where you score 3 points, you can't function, you can't even get a play called, you're getting delay of games like multiple times, like that level of not being able to function. Right now, not that Aaron Rodgers is loving it at being -2 or anyone else. Okay. But what I'm getting at is that if there were ever a time to salvage yourself in that stink, of when it gets cold, you're soft. Because let's be real of what it is. Speaking in sports terms, when you can't play in the cold, you're soft. And that don't work in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't know if does a tiger change his stripes? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. We're gonna find out. Now, speaking of the game, first touchdown scores. Let me pull this up full screen. Start thinking of it tonight. And again, I'm not coming at the Dolphins or two or anybody like that, but I mean, come on, man. Like, it's the NFL. Everybody plays in the cold. You're just gonna have to do it. First touchdown scores. Kenneth Gainwell's at plus 1,000. Jalen Waddle's plus 1,000. Darren Waller 1,300. Darnell Washington 2,000. Keep going down the list. So, yeah. Tizzle. Good point. The Steelers. I had mixed in Steelers and Tizzle. The Steelers field is heated. Excellent point. Packers are too, right? So it's a good deal. Like we've got a shot. And I don't want to come at the Dolphins like that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we're making this up. Yeah, Justin said the stizzle. Yeah. Get to his brain process thoughts in the cold. Dude, if that's another thing. You cannot get him hit tonight. Now, let's look at passing. Aaron Rodgers, 212.5 over under. Tua, over under 194. All right, Brad, here's the question. Does Tua get to 200 yards passing tonight? He averages 185, and that's average.
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Tua,
even if he doesn't throw it deep all the time, he does a lot of those quick screen type of things that can really eat up yardage quick. So I think he gets over 200 tonight.
Yeah. Now, and the reason that I ask, and obviously, honest question, right, is because the Dolphins have been playing phenomenal football. Like that's why I'm not coming at them. The Dolphins are playing great. If this were in Miami, like literally, Brad, if this were in Miami, we would be all over the Dolphins, and that number would be completely flipped. Completely flipped, right? But the cold really is a thing with this team. So we're going to see. Now, what do you think, Aaron Rodgers? Over under 212.5. That one's tough, man.
Oof.
It's hard. He averages one. See, this is the other thing. Neither quarterback averages 200 yards per game passing. And it just started getting cold. Remember that. A lot of these games for Tua where he's averaging 185 per game, those are in Miami and it's 91 degrees. Now it's nothing.
I'm going right under.
Yeah. And again, we don't say it as, first off, as being negative, not at all. And number two, it's going to be tough, man. This cold weather. Did anybody notice in some games, man, it took a minute for some of those teams to get going in that cold? It just took a minute to get there. Now, let's look at the run game here. Devon Chain, 82.5. Over under. Look at that number. 82.5. Jalen Warren, over under 51.5. Kenneth Gainwell, 22.5. Jalen Wright, 18.5. Tua. Brad, you going over under a yard rushing for both quarterbacks. What do you think? Does Tua get 1 yard rushing? Does Aaron get 1 yard rushing?
Over on both. And that's a sneaky play that you could play. Plus 280 maybe?
Yeah. To parlay both?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus 280 to parlay both. And all they have to do is have at least 1 yard rushing. That's it.
Yeah. Escape the box and fall forward. Aaron can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're going to see.
Jalen Warren over rushing yards. Done.
Yeah. We do. We got Jalen. Go ahead.
51.5. I think that.
Both of them gonna get a lot of carries tonight. That first half under is screaming at me. There could be a lot of field position played. Because remember, this game's pretty important as well. So, yeah, Greg said, I've played in crunchy fields and you do stick. You do. So, all right. Speaking of that, Greg's absolutely correct. Brad, do you know who the most important person on a football team in a cold weather game is? Like, and I don't mean a player. Say it again. What?
The center?
No, well, sorry. It was a bad question. So what I should have said is non-player. And the answer is your boy on the training staff who handles the cleats. All right. And specifically the spikes, right? Because they're all interchangeable. They're not baseball metal spikes, right? So you're going to see the ball guy and the spike guy tonight going to work. They're going to be all over it. And the best part is in the NFL, all right, the guy with the spikes, right, all the tools, essentially it's a big work chest. Like you'd see it like NASCAR, that you'd see it like Home Depot, that you're like, dude, I need a big work chest. It's just a big one of those. Wheeling it out. You start opening up the drawers and it's just spikes, right? 3/4, full inch. Yeah. Greg's absolutely correct, dude. The crunchy fields, it's a real thing. Aubie, I really hope the NFL keeps enough outdoor stadiums. It's really going to kill a lot of betting if every stadium's climate controlled. No doubt. It's a real, like, what do you do in Chicago, Brad? They want to build a new, stadium. And it's like, dude, Chicago, not only is Chicago dealing with the cold, but the wind is, it's the windy city. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, all right, if you're Chicago, does playing in the cold weather, does that give you an advantage when teams come in? Because it's super, freaking cold and tough to play. But you're playing 8-9 times a year there. So it's like, all right, am I actually making it harder on myself? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know the answer. It's a fascinating question, but I'm with Aubie in that there has to be some variables. You know what I mean? And there always will be, right? Like we're always going to have cold weather, but it's shrinking. Every new stadium, is going to have a retractable roof. So
look at Nashville.
Yep. So it's that part's interesting, man.
No real need for a dome in Nashville. So that kind of shows you exactly where the league is going.
Yeah. So I'll tell you another funny thing. So Jinxie says, talking about people that are important on the staff, the guy that sprays the sticky stuff on the ball when no one's looking. So, all right. So I'll tell you the dudes that work on the footballs, you have like 12 minutes before the game. Okay. League will just bring you the bag of balls, and every quarterback is different. Some quarterbacks like the ball super heavy inflated, right? But Brett Favre, notorious. That ball was like, think of it like tires, right? If your air pressure is 34, let's say, on every tire, 40, every tire. Like that's Brett Favre. And he's throwing it 150 miles an hour, right? Some quarterbacks like a little air in it. You know what I mean? It's fascinating. And those guys don't have a lot of time. So when you go back to that deflate gate thing, everybody looked, they're like, oh my God, the ball boys went into the bathroom and they were there for 11 minutes. That part happens in every game, every time, because you only have so much time to work the ball. And you know what they do? And it's not illegal. Like you're just, these are brand new balls. It's leather. It's cold. You've got to work it a little bit, right? So they'll take a belt sander to it and just 11 minutes and just, to try to get a groove because that ball, dude, it's slick when it's brand freaking new. Like every football is brand new. You know what I mean? Brand new. So you've got 11 minutes to just go to town to work it to where, quarterback can have a good groove, on the palm when you're throwing. Fascinating. And they're like, well, he went into the bathroom. That's all you got. You ever been in a stadium, like in the under, carriage of it? Like it's only little rooms in a bathroom. You know what I mean? So it's like, They just go there to get away from everybody, so people aren't bugging him. Come by, steal a game ball, Anyways, they should do a 30 for 30 or something on that, because it's a fascinating process, man. Johnny boy, you could have so many more events at a dome stadium. Yeah, it's so fascinating, man. The conversation of outdoor versus non-outdoor. All right, let's hit the picks one more time, Brad. What you got, bud?
We're going to Israel at 12 p.m. Central Time. Top dog Maccabi Tel Aviv is taking on Maccabi Petah Tikva. We're looking for over 3 goals on that Asian total at minus 125. So 4 goals gives us a cash, but 3 goals finishes there, gives us all of our money back, right back.
Beautiful work, man. All right. I'm going with the Dolphins on the spread. I'm doing it. All right. Jalen Warren, anytime TD, plus 100. Klay Thompson, we'll talk about this in a second, the NBA. Dallas Mavericks over 2.5 threes, minus 105. Then Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins to throw a pick, minus 105. All right. Brad, I can't see it, but we got some soccer on that board, and I want to hear about it, man. What we got?
Yeah, we're talking about the Dutch Cup today, which takes place tomorrow. We're already a few rounds in, and it's very similarly mimicking what happened last season and what happens quite frequently. In this Dutch Cup, you don't see nearly as much of the both teams to score, but you absolutely see a smash of the over 2.5 goals and the over 3.5 goals. That's typically because you're going to get a really top-sided team like a PSB or an NEC Nijmegen taking on a 3rd or 4th level squad in these knockout rounds, which means if you look at the schedule and you see those top teams tomorrow, they're taking on a lot lower competition. So if they throw out a top team, expect an absolute thrashing. So there's a lot of advantage, but only so if they take it seriously. So PSV, NEC, Heracles, tomorrow, those sides, if they put a line out, dude, just smash the totals because they're going to smash those totals.
Nice. All right. So we're just smashing it, huh?
They're going to smash. I mean, think of it would be in a roundabout way, like an NFL team playing a college team.
Yeah.
Because there's just many different, like a different division difference. And then these teams are the top of the top. So there's just huge parity in the talent. So they can just smash in goals over and over again.
Nice. That's my kind of game right there. I like it. Now, speaking of smashing totals here, we got the NBA. Now, here's the other thing. You want ranked games in college basketball? You don't have a single one of them. And you only have a couple NBA games. So what are we looking at here tonight? Pistons and the Celtics. Decent game here. Look at the Pistons, 20-5, Bradley. Doing their thing. 8-3 on the road. Celtics. Look, Celtics are battling. Remember, no Tatum, right? They're 15-10, man. They play different than what they did last year, and I dig it. This team's it's not going to be easy for the Celtics, but they're give them credit. They're playing hard. Raptors and the Heat, man. Another good game here. Heat, 5.5-point favorite. Total 236 and a half. Brad, anything you're looking at here so far? Pistons, Celtics, Raptors, Heat. Anything strike your fancy?
Something really stinks with that Celtics 2.5.
Well, Tizzle did nail it right here. Celtics shooting 70% or 10% from 3. Yeah, I guess that'll never change. All right, let's keep going. Maybe something else. Now, Mavs and the Jazz. All right, so we got Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes. Mavericks, 1.5-point favorite on the road. Total 240.5. These two teams aren't very good. So that's what you have. All right, Rockets and the Nuggets. You want a good game, Brad? You got a heck of a one here, man. Denver, 1.5-point favorite at home. Total 235.5. Look at the Rockets, 16-6. Nuggets 18-6. You feeling Jokic or 2 threes? Yes or no?
I'm feeling Joker on everything. Triple double, no doubt.
Going heavy. Yep. Yeah. Jokic over 1.5 threes is like minus 165. So no, good call. Like the books know it. They're like, oh, Jokic might go tonight. He might go off. Grizzlies and the Clippers. Maybe it was Memphis. Dude, shout out to Pam Tillis. All right, what are we doing with the Grizz? Maybe it was Southern Summer Night. All right, yeah, sorry, I'll never do that again. Clippers 4.5-point favorites. We filling the Grizz on the road. We're not.
No, I don't feel the Grizz really ever. I like to support them, but I pretty much believe that they're going to lose just about any close match that they're in. They just don't have much of a closer.
No, they do not. Ja came back, hit his point total, which means who knows what's going to happen here. I'm with you. The Grizzlies ended up losing that game.
Let's get Ja fresh scenery.
Say it again.
Get Ja some fresh scenery.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Trade. Yeah.
Think that's going to happen. Maddie, I said, maybe it was you. Maybe it was me, but it sure felt right. I just lied. I promised I said I would never sing again, but Michael said Dirty Mike and the Boys. Again, excellent movie. Excellent movie. A desk pop.
I'm a peacock.
Please don't compliment my wife. She's not very attractive. Alan, she's smoking hot, and this woman is also smoking hot. What's up with you? They're okay. All right. It was like, who was the actors? They were just unbelievably beautiful. And it's Will Ferrell. The other guys is a hilarious movie. All right. Yeah. So that's what you got in the NBA tonight. You got 5 games. That's what he said. Michael said it. Yeah. They're not all first round picks. It's Christineth. Dude, when he just starts doing that, Arnie, yeah. You get my wife's name right.
You come back here and
yeah. Arnie Palmer alert. All right, so anybody watching this show, thank you for supporting this. All right, let's do the picks one more time. And look, excuse me. Do not have an AB3. I will tonight. I don't have one today. I got to get myself right. Got to get out of a slump. We got to get base hits. All right, Brad, what you got, bub?
Yeah, we're going to Israel. With Maccabi Tel Aviv at home, taking on Maccabi Petah Tikva. We're looking for 3 total goals on the Asian total, minus 125. If your book doesn't have it, it's a very common league. It's just probably down to the state-by-state issues, and it's considered a war-ish country. So that would be why you don't have it. But if you do, you should have it.
All right, there we go. Dolphins plus 2.5. Jalen Warren, anytime TD, plus 100. Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes, minus 105. To Tunga Vailoa, 1 interception or more, minus 105. Also, want to make sure Matty Ice, 4-pack NBA dropped in the Discord. Number 1, thank you. Number 2, as much as I got smoked, Iceman absolutely crushing it out here. So absolutely make sure go jump in the Discord and like, subscribe, follow. All that to Matty Ice. Everybody. Yeah, Randall. Eva Mendez, that's who it was. Yeah. Oh, that movie's so funny, man. It's so good. All right. Brad, any final thoughts, man, before we get out of here?
In the soccer world, the next couple of days, it's kind of light. What you're seeing right now is a lot of these leagues around, especially Europe, top flight leagues like Poland and Sweden and Norway, they're on a winter break, and some had their seasons just end. So it's a little lighter from that standpoint, but there are other leagues that are picking up. But during the week right now, it's a lot of cup fixtures and then league fixtures on the weekend and built in with some of that winter break. So it's a weird schedule right now. Every day is going to be a little bit different. You'll have a Tuesday with tons of matches and then a Wednesday with nothing. So it's the football world. Don't over bet on bad days like today and tomorrow.
It's good advice. Yeah, definitely good advice. All right. That's all I got. Yeah, I mean, today is just a tough day in sports. What do we got here, Max? Arsenal is making me nervous with that minus 900 money line this past weekend. Talk about it.
It's brutal, man.
What happened?
Arsenal
Yeah.
at home taking on Wolves. Wolves are
That's their name, Wolves?
the Wolverhampton Wanderers, but the Wolves is shorten them, just like the Arsenal Gooners, but they'll say the Goons. So Arsenal, much better team, top of the table. It's 1-0 late. Wolves tie it, and then Arsenal have to win it 1 minute later in stoppage time. So it was like bang, bang, quick hitter, winner. And it was just kind of one of those things where it was a weight off your shoulders, embarrassing way to win, but got the job done. Sometimes you just got to get the job done.
Yeah, I know that feeling very much. I need to do that right now because I am tired of getting kicked in the face. Aubie said, AB, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for college baseball already. Oh, my God. I am too. I was literally thinking about that the other day. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, football leads most American sports shows, right? But now soccer's its own global, like that's its own world. You know what I mean? But I'm with you. Like, dude, I'm sitting here like, all right, great. NFL, awesome. I'm ready for college baseball. I'm ready to get this thing going again.
Indiana State totals.
The Sycamores, yeah, over. Indiana State, Wright State, Auburn. All right, now here's the tough part too, though. All right, Auburn, by the way, great uniform combination all around. But that navy on navy with the script white, get out of here. Get out of here. Those are the baseball Bo Jacksons. They're so freaking clean. Auburn's going to be a fun team this year. There's going to be – we have a lot to talk about. A lot. LSU stole a pitcher from Tennessee. Going to have to get some payback on that one. LSU's such a wagon. Dude, they're so good. Oh, my gosh, man. Are you a Memphis baseball guy? Or are you going Ohio State? Ohio State's a great total team in baseball. Great total team.
I think I'd have to go to the Tigers because my fraternity, we used to go out there in the corner and we would have a good time during the baseball games. So I'd have to lean Memphis Tigers baseball. Shout out Chad Zerker, who is, when I was there, set the national record for hits. Shout out Chad Zerker.
There we go. Zert. I love it, man.
Max Holloway. All right. Hal. All I can see is Max Hal right here. I'll just call him Holloway because that's a fighter, I believe. Yeah, Max, he's complaining about being a Liverpool fan. That's like complaining about being a Chiefs fan. He won the league last season. You can have a few down months. You're what? Still in the top half of the table in the Champions League. Your life is not that bad, Max. Being a Liverpool fan has been pretty chill.
Hey, look, so is that a good? That's a good comparison. The Chiefs, Liverpool, because I don't know, like the standings, right? And Max said, he goes, I said the last couple months, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, it's not that bad. You can have a couple months. Imagine being an Arsenal fan. We haven't won the league since like I was, like early 2000s. So come on, like it's been a while for us. We are a consistent loser. Let's just, somebody let us over the finish line, please.
I love that this turned more into, hey man, it's not about you. It's about me. Look. And I get it. Like I'm talking about like as a sports fan. Yeah, no doubt. You're like, look, man, I'm just trying to get better. Liddy, a 1999 super sticker. Bibbo, congrats on the showdown. All right. So thank you. Obviously, that's massive, man. Liddy, thank you. Bibbo, thank you. And Bibbo, well freaking done. Great job. Rangers at home. NHL.
I don't want to trust Rangers anywhere, but they do consistently beat Hibs, especially at home. You don't trust Rangers away. It might be a 1-0, 2-1, 2-0 type of fixture. Rangers just been awful lately.
Okay. All right, there we go. I'll tell you what. You know what? We'll end it on that. Now, again, we'll be live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And it wasn't being negative about the NFL. But if you are having a tough time lately, I am too. All right. And we're going to get out of it together. Don't worry about it. We've had slumps before, baby. Hey, you know what? That's what you do. Okay. Here's the lesson today. So they say grip and rip, right? You hear that and you think, well, what does that mean? Well, okay. Depending on how you hold your bat, okay. Well, you just start moving up here. And what you're doing is you're choking up. Okay. You're choking up and you're saying, all right, I'm not trying to hit a home run. I'm trying to get good, solid contact on a full cut. All right. On a nice, solid strike. And that's what we're doing. Choke and poke, baby. 2-strike hitting. All right. Station to station. Tim Corbin built a dynasty at Vanderbilt baseball doing that. And it helps when you have Dansby Swanson and keep going. But still, are you a Vandy baseball guy?
I've been field, but not so much.
All right, so we're going Memphis.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to cover Memphis baseball like in full this year. For you, dude, we're gonna have to do it. They're fun, dude. All right, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. All right, let's get out of here. Everybody, it's gonna be a great Monday. Again, we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Mike said, hey, I choke on my bat too much as it is. Hey, sometimes we're just holding on. All right. We'll be live tonight. Till then, everybody, best of luck. Cash your tickets, and we will see you soon. Thank you.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.